He just fucked 12 up. Now we hiding in the dark and shit. Another day, man. Another day. Y'all see us another day. Man, they gonna be pissed when they find out who finally in them cars, though. Both of them cars. Now we gotta wait for shift change. 12 o'clock, we be sitting in this bitch for 6 hours, G. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going all the way, man. I'm going all the way. I gotta go home. Sitting up for 6 hours. You talking? You don't know who I am? You don't know who I am? You scared of the dark? I'm one of them type of guy that be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night. And I just get you, and you don't never come back to your parents again. You hear me? Then your TT ain't gonna be able to save you. Your daddy, he gonna be crying someone like, man, she don't got nothing to do with me, just take me. Hey, what I tell your DM? Bro, you told me last in my DM. I told you, if something wasn't crying, bitch, I'd spit on you when I finish dinner. Alright then. Stop playing on me, man. You got the balls to be yourself, that's why I like your bitch ass. I'll always be myself.
But before we get to spitting on people, I'd like you guys to please like, comment, and share the video, and please subscribe if you're new. And if you haven't subscribed and you're a returning viewer, please subscribe, it's free, that's all you have to do. Or you can go to Cash App if you wish to donate. You can type in my cash tag, which is $cookie802VT. And I'd like to always shout out the people that do donate. A lot of you guys want to remain anonymous, but that's okay. You know, the donations, that's all that matter, and they're very much appreciated. Keep them coming, guys. So this is episode 1 of the City of No Pity, the Chiraq Chronicles, and the first one is going to be 051 Melly, the gravedigger of Chiraq. And a lot of you guys already know about this man. He was most feared, most respected, but above all, he was most hated. A lot of people hated Melly because he hurt a lot of people before his life came to a tragic demise at a kickback or a house party in Jaro City. But before we get to that, let's take it to the beginning. Let's take it to 6217 South Calumet, or as people in Chicago know it as, the Met, or the Met Building. You know, any one of those three. A lot of people have heard about this project building. It was a Black Disciple headquarters, and basically the city of Chicago tore it down, and then all those people had to be scattered throughout the whole city, and that created a lot of conflict for a lot of people. One of those residents goes by the name of YARMEL Melly Williams, better known as 051 Melly, or the gravedigger of Chiraq, as I like to call him now. He grew up in this project building at 6217 South Calumet, and basically grew up there. His mother, or his stepmother it was, died of cancer, I believe, at the ripe young age of 40 or 42, I want to say. And then his father was locked up. I forgot what his charge was, but he was in there for 40 years, and I believe he's still in there to this day. And he went to jail when Melly was around 3 years old. And the picture in the background is of him and 051 Blue when they were little children, just having fun without a care in the world. And then as he got older, you know, the influence of the streets started really hitting Melly at home. He really started going to his own doorstep. You know, Melly was just a basketball player, from what I've heard, and basically got forced, pushed into this lifestyle once his close friend Isaiah Walker, or better known as 051 Zico, passed away September 25th of 2005 due to the gun violence in the city of Chicago. And basically he was just pushed into this lifestyle. As you can see on the IG tweet, he basically says that, you know, this is all for you, Zico. So basically Melly was saying that by the death of Zico, that just flipped a switch in his mind. You know, saying, fuck the world, you took mine, I'm gonna take 1,000,000 of yours. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't take 1,000,000, but he definitely took a handful with him before he left this earth. But before he left, he was known as the gravedigger. Now this little hit list, if you will, that I'm about to say is not in any particular order or anything like that. It didn't go from 1 or A to C or 1 to 9 or anything like that. And first up to bat, we have T.Y., and he was an alleged gang member in the city of Chicago. And after T.Y., we have Lil Del of Folly Boys, and then we have Trayvon of Trigger Happy Family 46, or better known as THF 46. Now THF 46 definitely knew who Melly was, and one of the top members of THF 46, THF Bezu, definitely knew who Melly was. He knew who Melly was because he allegedly murdered THF Bezu's stepson, THF Rahim, while THF Bezu was locked up for an alleged murder that he said he had no involvement in whatsoever. But THF Rahim, before he was murdered by 051 Melly, allegedly shot Melly in the head and in the foot and maybe in the shoulder, I believe. But after that, 051 Melly caught up with THF Rahim and shot him, but he was not charged for this murder. Allegedly 051 Ario, was charged for this, but he kept it real and did not tell on 051 Melly, and basically Melly got away scot-free allegedly. But he was not charged. I don't know if he was investigated into this, but as of right now, Melly has not been charged with this. Even after 051 Ario got locked up for it, Melly took to Twitter and tweeted that he didn't do it basically, and that he loves him. And then he goes on to show pictures of his foot that THF Rahim shot at, and then some pictures of him in crutches. And then there's this tweet. It's kind of funny, but it's sick. He's like, my fucking feet hurt so bad, man. That dead bitch shot me in my feet all them fucking times. And then he did one more tweet about THF Rahim that said, that headshot wasn't shit. That shit is crazy. I cannot believe that people go around doing these crimes and going right to Twitter or any type of social media and basically snitching on themselves, which is called self-snitching. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. A lot of you guys do it. I'm not talking about people that are watching this. You might, and if you do, take note. Just like Biggie said, relax and take note of the marijuana smoke. That's all you gotta do. Do not go on the internet and post your life. Now the next one up on this hit list, if you will, and that individual goes by the name of Shaq 600, and you can just tell by his name that he is associated with the 600 gang in the south side of Chicago. But he was allegedly caught up in an alleyway by 051 Melly and some other people, but 051 Melly was the one that shot and killed this man. And as you can see in the Twitter, he was talking to Tay 600, and he says, LOL, who caught Shaq in the alley with his dick out? LOL, again with the self-snitching. Why do people do this? They do these crimes and just snitch on themselves. I don't believe it. That's why the police have these task force, if you will, that just sit online and watch what these people are typing. For real, that's just no joke. They're doing this as we speak, so just be careful of what you put out and put online, because once it goes out online, that's it. You ain't getting it back. It's out there forever. Even if you think you deleted it, it is not deleted. I'm telling you, it is not. But the next person up here goes by the name of Lil Boo, and he was a very well-loved member of 600. He was the creator, if you will, of the gang 600 in the south side of Chicago, and allegedly 051 Melly caught up with him and made him another hit on his hit list. Throughout all these killings that Melly was allegedly involved in, he was not hiding from anyone. He was letting people know where he was. Like in this tweet right here, I'm selling dick, $60 a nut. Just come to my crib, 5909 South Calumet. People knew where he was, so why didn't they go there? Melly was plugged into the entire city. His family was full of gang members, allegedly, and they were, north, south, east, and west. They were all spread out amongst the city, so he was plugged in. So if someone took him out, you will die not too long after. Now these next 3 or 4 names on this list here, they're all very close to the rapper Lil Durk. And Melly was terrorizing OTF and Lil Durk all in the same. And in this picture here, you see Lil Durk with his brother D-Thang, which 051 Melly shot and almost killed D-Thang back in the day, so he's lucky that he's not a part of this hit list. But the gentleman on the other side of Lil Durk, is his cousin, Baby D. 051 Melly allegedly caught up with Baby D and aired out in his car and basically caught him in it like a fishbowl and shot and killed him. And then after, Newski, OTF Newski, aka OTF, was allegedly gunned down by 051 Melly, and then he crashed. And then here's a picture of Lil Durk. Someone took a picture of him on scene, bursting into tears that his cousin got caught up in the streets of Chicago. Now, was it because of him? Did he set him up like he did his manager, like I believe, in my opinion? You know, there's 1,000 questions that we could ask ourselves about what happened to Newski and who gave the drop on him. But nonetheless, Newski is a part of 051 Melly's hit list. And the next one up to bat is OTF Chino, aka Lil Durk's manager. Now this is the one I believe Lil Durk set his manager up because he allegedly spoke to OTF Chino 10 minutes prior to his death. OTF Chino was laying on the bed, allegedly, Lil Durk says. He was talking about an album and that a song he needed to redo or something. And this is what allegedly Lil Durk said happened. So when he passed, Lil Durk says he thought that he got killed in his bed, basically. But no, OTF Chino was killed at a restaurant, well, outside of a restaurant, by 051 Melly. Who gave the drop on OTF Chino? I believe it was Durk, because there's this, fuck a coincidence. 10 minutes prior, and then your manager gets shot up by someone that shot up your cousin, your two cousins prior, because Baby D was D-Thang's cousin, so that, I'm assuming, makes it Lil Durk's cousin. So that's two cousins that this man has killed. So that makes me ask the question, was he your hitman? Or something like that? Because OTF Nunu or Newski, he was going to be better than Lil Durk in the rap game. And Lil Durk, we all know that he does not want that. He wants to be on top of this, just like anyone else. But Lil Durk, he wants it much more, but in a weird way, in my opinion at least. And then we have OTF Chino, which is Lil Durk's manager. Now obviously with his manager gone, that doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the benefits for Lil Durk with his manager OTF Chino being out the picture. After these last two killings that were very close to Lil Durk, a man by the name of Mubu Crump took to the internet with 051 Melly and others dissing Lil Durk and his family members that were killed due to the gun violence in the streets of Chicago. But he did it a little bit more vicious than the other people, as you can see here, and then I'll get right back at you.
At my favorite spot, y'all. I just got all of my food. Hey, y'all got the order for Newski? Chino burger. Chino burger. Yeah, y'all got it. Hey, right? Oh, thank you. Oh, Bill. Now we got OTL shit. Oh, man. Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this shit ain't done, man. Y'all put this shit back to the grill, man. This shit disgusting, man. Get this shit together, man. For real, this shit bogus as hell, man. Straight up, man. Nigga play me up here on Fox News Bills with bitch on the news. I look like News. Hit his ass up right here on Pat. I'm with the nigga that did. He don't want to be on camera, though. Hit his ass up right here on Pat. You hit? Hey, fuck my boy up. Right here, you feel? Historic events. Y'all know I'ma bring y'all around this shit. Historic events. Huh, wish a nigga would play with me, boy. I look like News. He ran into this, though. He ran into the children's place, died like a bitch on Coke Center. Goof ass nigga. Nigga ain't gon' but I look like News. What you talking about?
So after the barrage of countless tweets and videos about Lil Durk's family that have died, Mubu Crump himself was a victim of the streets when THF Bezu allegedly pulled up with a car full and unloaded on Melly and Mubu Crump, and Crump did not make it. He was struck in the torso, I believe, a few times, and in the leg and the arm, I think. And Melly was struck in the arm, but Mubu Crump was taken to the ambulance and brought to the hospital. Melly, on the other hand, had the chance to lick his wounds, grab his heat, and then take to the streets. Now, THF Bezu and 051 Melly have had a long-standing relationship due to the street wars that were going on in the South Side and all over the city of Chicago, basically, because 051 Young Money and THF 46 basically jumped off the porch and got into it with each other first out of anybody. In my opinion, at least, they were sworn enemies, but they were still close at heart, in my opinion, because afterwards, THF Bezu allegedly shot Melly, and Melly allegedly shot THF Bezu's stepson, Raheem. After all that, and Melly killed Newski and Chino allegedly, and that's Lil Durk's kin, and THF Bezu, is in love with Lil Durk, in my opinion. That's a whole nother video that we can talk about at a different time. But 051 Melly and THF Bezu, they were on the internet talking to each other back and forth for some time before the demise of Melly. If you take a listen to these lives, they were sworn enemies, best of friends too. Now you can say what I just said and that they were the best of friends, or was it keep your friends close and your enemies close? You can take a look at these IG lives and let me know in the comments what you guys think about them, and I'll get right back at you.
I want that. If I was there, it wouldn't go on like that. If I was there, it wouldn't go on. If I was there, it wouldn't go on. You can say one person, and I wasn't there. I was bust his piss.
You lying, bro. You know I know you lying.
What situation? You say one person out there?
No, bro, we can record it, bro. You know that. I'm not gonna say no man. You know what's going on.
I just told you I was that one person. And what was I doing when shit was going on? I was pissing. Fucking run to gunfire.
Yeah.
I ain't no stupid.
Super safe, bro, man.
You heard me. I'm real smart. You even told me I'm not no fucking idiot.
I know. I'm drunk, man. I'm thinking this is my boy. Melly fails.
You the man. Ain't that though.
You the man.
You want me on your side?
Huh?
You want me on your side?
I don't need you on my side. That's my boy.
You don't need me on your
I'm
side?
gonna be with your ass be damn, boy. I don't need you on my side. I'm gonna check out these. Every individual blog we got their ass smoked. That's your word.
That ain't my word.
You be getting everybody hurt.
So what you trying to say? Hey, look, watch your motherfucking mouth. Watch your mouth, boy. Lower your tone when you talking to me on here, boy. Alright?
Need to go from the goals. Where the fuck the goals at? What state that is?
What is it?
Hey, Melly, you might as well go ahead and rap it. You got so many dick suckers.
Nah, so that ain't what I do. I ain't on that, so I ain't no rapper, bro.
Who is that? A fan page, bro. I don't have any page fan page, bro.
Man, who is that study showing you shit, man? You show me who next, you gonna show you. You show me who next, you gonna show you next.
Assassins. That's all it's around me.
What's up, my guy?
Yeah, assassins. You know what's up.
I'm telling you, if they work, a lot of people in jail, but them bitches don't work.
I ain't gonna do this in that shit with you.
Alright, so don't say I'm on the 99 count like I'm on the
On street, they don't work. On street, they don't work. On fat, they don't work.
One camera, I know work.
On big game, they don't work.
One camera, I know work. Hey, you trying to play with me? You know I ain't gonna do that on this. You trying to play with me? I can name names too.
The whole your money was bitches and basketball players. Keep it real.
Oh, now you lying, boy. You just said half the thing. Hey, bitches, you can say half the young man was basketball players. You ain't gonna say nobody no bitches, nigga.
Hey, Melly, man, half y'all was bitches and mama's boys, man. Y'all drive y'all mama's car in 7th, 8th grade, bro. We forced y'all in this shit, bro. We the reason why y'all got y'all name right now. You know that.
You say y'all the reason why we got us a name? And y'all the reason why y'all got a name. Y'all got a name. It go both ways. No, it go both ways. We can get back to that. Give us that. You wanna start this one? It's gonna go both ways. It's never been no killing without killing. We gonna keep it real
So
though.
after the many lives that THF Bezu and 051 Melly had, I got the feeling that they really did like each other, but they knew they had to kill each other if they ever saw each other, and that it was on site because blood was shed and it was too late to go back. Now, Melly did a lot of things in the streets. He did some bad things, but he also did some good things. He had a lot of people that loved and cared about him, but he also had a lot of people that hated and envied him and was jealous of the name that he had and the stripes that he had earned. But allegedly, 007 Nate, which is a member of Gyro City, and 051 Melly were having a dice game, and 007 Nate was not able to pay the debt that he had racked up during this dice game with 051 Melly. Now, 051 Melly told Gyro City members to get this money back from Nate so that he didn't have to do what he knows best, and the only way he knows to get the thing back, or money back, or whatever is owed to him, back, and that is the way of the gun. 30 days went by, I think, or something like that, maybe a little bit more, and Melly still had no payment from 007 Nate for this dice game. And none of the Jaro City members that Melly had asked to get this money back from Nate was doing anything about it, so it made me question, did they want Melly to do something to Nate in the first place, and that's why they allowed him into the dice game and amount this debt with Melly? Or, really, was it just this debt that Melly wanted back from Nate, and he only knew how to get it back was by the gun? So he went to 007 Nate's house and shot it up, but allegedly his baby mom and child were inside while the shooting occurred, and Nate was not happy at all that had happened with them inside. Now, did Melly know that those people were inside? I really don't think so, because he has 2 children of his own, and I really don't think that he would do that and put his own children in jeopardy. Well, Nate did what he had to do, and he caught up with Melly at a house party, or a kickback if you want to call it. But basically there was a house party, and 007 Nate arrived, and 051 Melly was in there. So 007 Nate hung out around the outside of him, I'm assuming, and just stared at him the whole party until he finally worked up enough balls to shoot Melly for what he had done to him and done to his family. I'll let you see the footage of that kickback shooting, and I'll get right back to you. So we just allegedly heard and saw 007 Nate shoot 051 Melly at this kickback, or a house party if you will. But like I said, this is all alleged. We didn't see anything, we just heard it. But the streets talked, and 007 Nate's name came up, and he met a quick demise for allegedly what he did to 051 Melly at that house party. And then afterwards, Mellyway was created in memory of Yarmel Williams, aka 051 Melly. Now, here's a little fun fact. King Von used to hang out with Lil Mark and 051 back in the early days of his drilling time back in Chicago. Now, 051 Melly knew who King Von and Lil Durk were, and he would rather see them dead than in jail. King Von and 051 Melly respected each other so much that even though they saw each other in jail, 051 Melly still gave King Von some advice in life, basically, about what will happen, and hopefully he sees him on the outside of these jail cells, basically. Now I'm gonna let you guys hear these 2 clips, and I'll be right back at you to wrap this up.
That's all, free Durk and Von. Free them, though. I'd rather them dead in the jail, bitch. Them niggas idiots, bro. Been swinging in the chair like he has no worries, bro. It's video out? Yes. Been swinging in the chair, he has no worries, bro. Durk probably scared, but Von, he was in there. I've been in jail before, I know how to fight. You hear me? No talk. Hell no, on King David. You wouldn't mind.
Now you know, that nigga Melly. Now he one of them niggas you could talk to, you know what I'm saying? You could talk to him cause he cool. And he got a little points whatever he did, you know? So it's okay. Now he tell me, I hired the nigga and shit. The nigga, I mean he did right now. But like, he tell me this when he's alive. He like, I knew you was gonna get out shorty. You lost your best friend. God had to let you out. You see what I'm saying? Like God, he owes you that. I said, that's some real shit for a bitch ass up ass nigga to say, okay, man.
So we just heard 051 Melly basically say he would rather see them dead than in jail, because in the street life, even though they're your ops, you don't want to see them in a box. You only want to see them in one box, and that box is made out of pine wood. both of these men, they respected each other as hitters and as men, because they both know that both of them would stand 10 toes if the opportunity presented itself. Now, like I say, I do these videos basically to show what the consequence of the street life is. Now, I do not want the young children to grow up and turn into these cardboard cutouts like Melly did. Now, I know that everyone isn't given the same deck of cards in the beginning of life. But just like any card game, you can change out cards for new cards. And as always, it's your boy Cookie with All In Media. It's all in or nothing.